Welcome back everybody. Yes, we're on the Roku again, so welcome back to all my Roku followers, welcome back to all my regular followers, and we're going to be covering all the settings you need to delete or turn off on your Roku device, and this will work on all Roku devices to make it work better, to stop being monitored, to stop your data being used on other apps or even sold externally from Roku. We're going to turn all that off. We're going to go through every setting, a couple of hidden settings, and after that, your Roku device will be working better than ever. Remember, if you're new to watching this as a Roku user, remember to hit that subscribe button. If you're a regular watcher, do remember to watch till the end for me and drop your comments underneath. We've just hit 500,000 followers on YouTube, and we'd like you to all follow us on YouTube if you can to get to that million mark. That's the target. So let's get right into it. Roku. We're going to get to our settings. We're going to go through them now. So, first things first, get your remote out. If you want to follow along, you can, and go to your settings tab. Once in here, we're not going to start at the top of the list. We're going to go to the most important first. We're going to go to where it says privacy. Click on privacy, and what you want to do is where it says advertising, personalize ads, delete that one, turn it off, unclick it, whichever you want to call it, and this will stop them. Obviously, with personalized ads, you will see ads tailored to you. This setting means they get your information, they see what you're doing, and then they use that data to give you ads to promote to you. You may like that, but that information hasn't been stored. These settings are also being shared with the other applications on your device. So they then also can give you personalized ads from that data and that setting. We don't know what they're doing with that information afterwards. You could have a good read through their privacy policy, but I'm pretty sure in there they can share that data with third parties, and we don't want other people having your information. Sound fair? So we're going to turn that one off. Next up, voice. Channel microphone access, personally, I put onto never allow. I don't want things having microphone access. You may want to. I personally don't like using the mics on these. Speech recognition, again, you may like it, but for them to do speech recognition, they will need to record you. They will store your recordings, and then they will learn from your recordings, and then they will use that so they understand you better, which is great if you want to use it, but what are they doing with that data and that recorded information of you and your text? No thank you, turn that one off. Privacy policy, obviously you can have a good read through that one if you want to, and then you can understand a lot more about what we're talking about here. Okay, those were the most important ones. Now we're going to start at the top and go through all the rest. We have network. So in here, a good one you can have a look at is bandwidth saver. Personally, I turn bandwidth saver off because I have no data caps here or anything like that. So if you have a data cap or you're charged by how much data you use on your internet connection, this one's good to have on because after so many hours, streaming 4 hours or more, it will ask you if you want to continue the stream. Personally, I turn it off. I have no cap on mine, unlimited, and I don't want it annoying me and turning off during something I'm watching, especially if I'm not there in time to quickly click that button and say, continue watching. You can obviously check your connection here and set up your connection. Remotes and devices, standard stuff, just turn your remotes on and off. Theme's quite a good one. In theme, you can obviously select your theme pack so you don't have just the really normal, boring Roku purple. You can select any of these, get them downloaded. But the main one I like to look at is screensavers. Screensavers are really annoying because they suddenly come on, use up your system resources, then sometimes you get a delay to get off the screensaver before you can go and do something. So if you go to screensaver start time, you can disable the screensaver there. Again, that's a personal preference of mine. You may want to have yours come on after half an hour if you like having a screensaver on there. But again, if you do, you could obviously look at a simpler screensaver like a clock or something like that, which doesn't take too long to come onto the screen. Okay, sounds, not much you can do in there. Again, you can select your theme pack and then you can go and have it looking much nicer. Display type. Again, automatic's good, but sometimes automatic glitches out when you load up different films on different applications and can swap and change accordingly, which also can then obviously frees up your device. Personally, I like to pick the correct resolution to what device I'm using. I'm only currently on a 1080p monitor, so I've selected that 1080p. Accessibility. Accessibility is good. if you need it. So for me personally, I turn captions off so they're not coming up and on certain apps or devices. I turn it off, but obviously if you need them, keep them on. Obviously you have your language. Screen reader, again, I have that off. Screen reader is something they can put up on the screen to help you text display what the issues are, or not the issues, what the applications are and what you're clicking over. If, for instance, you need it bigger and bolder, that sort of stuff. Volume, if you need more volume, turn it up. Medium is perfectly fine for me. Okay, next. Audio. Menu volume, again, I like to have menu volume off. I hate clicking and beeping every time you're moving around a menu, so I turn that one off. Apart from that, there's not much more you can do in here. I'd leave the audio and stuff on auto unless you're having any audio issues. Home screen, you can select which you like on your home screen to come up first. I'm quite happy with live. Featured free is also quite good if you want it, but live TV, I have it on show, but you can turn off which ones you don't want. You know, there's quite a few down here if you want to turn them on or off. Again, that's just more of a preference on anything. Payment method. Payment method is a good one. I don't add mine because if you're ever going to use an application on here, you don't really want to sign up via Roku Pay. For instance, if you were going to sign up to, say, Disney Plus or Netflix, if you do it all via Roku Pay, it can get a little bit confusing. I personally would recommend signing up externally, so via the Netflix website or via the Disney Plus website, and then log into your Netflix and things like that on your Roku device. Then it makes it easier to use it on all other devices at the same time. Apple AirPlay and HomeKit we're going to look at on a later video, so do make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Legal notices, not a lot in there, just go and have a little read if you want to. You can't do too much in there apart from read away. Privacy we've done. Help we ignore. System. Okay, in system, there's a couple of little things you can do. Obviously, you can have a look at, the main one is making sure your device is up to date. As you'll see, mine was last updated, that was yesterday when I made this video, and last checked today. Power, auto power savings, if you want it to turn off after 20 minutes of interaction, I leave that on my system because this is just one I do recordings on. But again, if this is your everyday using TV system, quite easily turn that one off. Guest mode. Guest mode's very good if you have visitors. You can set up a little guest account for them, and in that way they can use it and all their own apps and things like that without having to use your stuff and your logins. Advanced system settings. You can do your factory reset here. You can do your network connection reset if you're having issues with the internet. And obviously we've got advanced display settings if you want to change your refresh rate. If you want the refresh rate to change with the application. If you're suddenly watching something in 30 Hz and you need it in 60 Hz, or the app, it's just the way they develop it. I leave it off because it does glitch out sometimes, can flicker. Quite a good one to have off. Okay, last one is one last hidden setting to get rid of this big advert here, which is above my head. We don't like that advert. So to get rid of that advert, you're going to push on your remote, home button 5 times. Up, right, down, left, up. Okay, we get to this secret menu. So it's a home button 5 times. Then it is up, right, down, left, up. And you're going to go to cycle scrollable ads. And you're going to change this to always disabled. And you're going to go to cycle home screen ad banner server. And you're going to change this one to demo free. Brilliant. Push your home button. And all of those settings will be updated now for you. The advert should disappear. If it doesn't, just reboot the system. And it should all be refreshed, ready to go. Perfect. Hopefully that was really useful for you. Before you leave, if you could hit that subscribe button and drop me your thoughts underneath. We have other videos on the channel for Roku. There will be a whole Roku section on the home screen soon where you'll be able to check out the Roku, all on there. And if anybody is after a VPN, a quick word from one of our partners. IPVanish VPN is linked underneath at an exclusive May discount, and we will have the cheapest price linked underneath at all times. This is great for your online security. If you're watching this video and you're worried about your data and your safety, a VPN is very useful to use on that. Brilliant. I've been Doc Squiffy. I hope you liked that video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.